Alright, guys! Take 3. We're going for ir verbs, the third type of verb that there exists in Spanish, right? We have ar verbs, er verbs, ir verbs. Okay, so today we're gonna see ir, regular verbs. We learn one, we know all the regular verbs out there. How good is that?
Wow.
Very good. Muy bueno. Muy bueno, very good, yeah. So, let's go with our sample verb. We're doing this faster because you're supposed to watch the previous videos before this one, yeah? You're supposed to watch introduction to regular verbs, adverbs, adverbs. So, ir verbs, this video, we assume that you already watched the previous ones and you know what we're doing here. Okay, so we're gonna give you the pattern for ir verbs. Okay, all the regular verbs ending in ir are exactly the same. Yeah, we just take the ending. So our verb is admitir, to admit. Okay, so how, that's infinitive. How do we know it's infinitive?
It has an ear.
Because it ends in ir. So we know it's a verb and it's infinitive. In infinitive tense. So now we're gonna go to the present tense. Okay. So what will the root be and what will the changing part be? There's a part that never moves, which is the root, which will be what?
Admit.
Admit. Like in English, admit. Okay? So admit stays, and the rest after that will change depending on the speaker, on the person who takes the action. Yeah, more than the speaker. So, I'm gonna go first. I admit, you admit, he admits, we admit, you guys admit, plural, and they admit. Okay? Yo admito. Tú admites. Él admite. Nosotros admitimos. Vosotros admitís. Ellos admiten. Okay? It's pretty similar to the er verbs.
Yeah.
But it changes in some people. ¿Vale? In some of the action takers, it changes. I'm going to repeat again. Yo admito, tú admites, él admite, nosotros admitimos, vosotros admitís, ellos admiten. Did you get that?
I think so.
Try.
Okay. Yo admito. Tú admites.
Mm-hmm.
Él admite.
Muy bien.
Nosotros admitimos.
Muy bien.
Vosotros admitís.
Mm-hmm.
Ellos admiten.
Ellos admiten. Ok. Perfecto, muy bien, Yela. Wow, good job. Sí, muy bien, muy bien. So now that you know by heart, because you repeated 1,000 times, that's your homework. You write it down, you repeat it 1,000 times, so it's, you know,
It sticks there.
it sticks there on fire. You already know all the ear verbs because you know the one, you know all of them, all the regulars. Okay? How will it be? So you only need to put the root, no, and the changing, the suffix, the last part, the changing part is the one that we're gonna attach to the root of the next regular verb. Yeah. So our next sample of regular verbs in ir, I'll give you a sample, which will be vivir, to live. To live, vivir, ¿vale? Vivir. So vivir is the infinitive. What's the root?
Viv.
Viv. Okay? So we keep the root and then we're gonna attach after whatever we attached in admitir. Okay? Let's try. Let's see if you can do it with vivir. Can you give me the present tense with all the people for vivir, please?
Okay. Yo vivo.
Mhm.
Tú vives. Él vive.
Mhm.
Nosotros vivimos.
Muy bien.
Nosotros vivimos.
Nosotros vivimos.
Vosotros vivís.
Vosotros vivís.
Vosotros vivís. Ellos viven.
Muy bien. Good job. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Okay, for the people at home, so you can practice. I'll say it in English. Jella will say it in Spanish.
Okay.
Okay. I live.
Yo vivo.
You live.
Tú vives.
He lives.
Él vive.
We live.
Nosotros vivimos.
You live. Plural.
Vosotros vivís.
And they live.
Ellos viven.
Yes! Was that easy? It's the same as admitir. Any regular verb is exactly the same. Okay, I'll just give it to you fast one last time for to live. Yo vivo, tú vives, él vive, nosotros vivimos, vosotros vivís, ellos viven.
That was fast.
Yeah, for admitir. Yo admito, tú admites, él admite, nosotros admitimos, vosotros admitís, ellos admiten. Okay? That's your challenge. You have to be able to say it at that speed without thinking. Like you say the multiplying, don't you know? 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 3, 3. Don't you memorize that?
Yeah.
So it's the same. So you don't have to think about it. It's memorized.
It helps to write it down.
Definitely. You write it down, you say it out loud, you cover it and you peek and you say it. You know, those are the memorizing techniques, whatever
Yeah.
works for you. Probably more than one different technique works. It will help you. I'm telling you that as an actor and as a teacher and as a student, one technique is reinforced by the next technique, even if one is the best
Yeah.
for you. You know. And then I'll give you a challenge. You try to say it, even when you think you know it by heart. You try to do it while you're doing other activities, which your brain has a conflict with, because your brain is trying to shower or trying to do push-ups, and you have to say the verbs at the same time, and then you'll discover that you don't know it so well as you thought. Okay, and that will make your brain do a super big extra effort. So you'll have it will engrave it a lot more. That's how I study my roles and stuff, you know, because in the moment of truth, you're gonna have many distractions. You're gonna be nervous, speaking out loud in front of a Spanish person or whatever. If it's not engraved, like if you don't know your lines by heart, and then there's the lights, the crew, your co-actor who's making stupid stuff in front of you or whatever, there's many distractions. So unless you know it super solid, you'll suicide in public. Yeah. So these are the techniques to make it super solid. These verbs, the kids in Spain repeat it 100 times. 100 times, you know? Don't think I'm telling you to do this. I went through it, okay? If you want to learn anything, you have to do it 1,000 times. It's the way. For everything. You cannot read a book about programming and program Windows the next day. No. It takes a lot of practice and mistakes and correct by someone, your mentor, your tutor, you know. Recording will be stopped any moment. Okay. Bye guys, we're running out of battery.
Adios.
Bye, see ya.